What's up, lead dogs? Out here in beautiful Mississippi with superstar technician Jeffrey Moreland. Just watched Jeff walk through a pre-site survey with both of his trainees. He was able to successfully identify that the previous setup out here was what we would call the clown special, the bozo special. So we have a sleeve pull out here. Looks like we have a barrel connector at the pull. We're gonna go ahead and let me show you guys what I'm talking about here.
And then we'll be good to go.
So Jeff, you were saying on this pole right here, this bozo special right here, right? It's because somebody
the pole
sleeved the pole.
And even worse than sleeving the pole is it's barreled right here.
Yeah.
The barrel can get wet, have water getting in there, rust out the conductor, and then they lose signal inside the house. So the best way to do that is to eliminate it, put a new pole, and run straight cable back to the hub.
But the silver lining is no line of sight obstacles, right?
We're wide open.
Yeah, wide open. Beautiful.
What I like better than that is the fact cable's already ran. As long as they tone out, we ain't got to go under.
Yep. It's a win-win, man. On a beautiful Mississippi day.
Always. Every day is a beautiful day in Mississippi.
Look at that. Hey, it doesn't get any more Mississippi than this. Hey, I'm out here with superstar technician, longtime veteran of the business, Jeffrey Moreland out of the Tupelo office. So, hey, Jeff, I was out here. We were, you were kind of going through doing your pre-site survey with those guys in the job. We got a little bit of video footage there of, what we saw over there, and it looks like, hey, this was a reinstallation opportunity, and really, the real reason I'm out here is to talk to you about training, because I heard that you do something with every single guy that you have underneath your wing.
Not just the ones that I train, but anybody trains. If they come through Tupelo, I make sure that they have one of these notebooks. And in my notebook, I have everything that we do in it, from logging in all the way to doing retail work orders.
Gotcha.
I mean,
let's take a look at this notebook right here. I've heard this is why we're out here, this magic notebook right here. So so you can see, y'all. So Jeff, each one of these, every single guy, so you handwrite every single one of these. You don't make a copy.
I don't make copies, because the way I look at it, the trainees, they get so many documents in binders and whatever they may be. They get so many of them. What do? 9 times out of 10, when a trainee quits, what do you find behind the seat? All those binders. My notebooks, they're either on the dash or inside the door, because they use them so often. Most of them, I can't reuse them because weather had gotten to them where they had taken them out, looking at them to see what was going on, what questions they may have. Like I said, I put everything in there that we do, whether it be VIP equipment, 42 switch, 44 switch, 500 plus. I tell them how to troubleshoot, end-to-end check. All that is in that notebook, where all they have to do is refer back to their notebook if they have any questions. I even have in there how to adjust time. That way, if they forget it during training and they're like, man, this is taking me too long, they see in that notebook as they're thumbing through adjusting time. I let them know how to do it, what the details of adjusting time, what it clarifies for them, what it means if they have to take time away, how to adjust their times throughout the day. That way they're not sitting on the side of the road. Well, I can't get here for another hour. If you adjust your time and shorten your time, then boom, it's going to send that call out and let them adjust their time for them. So they ain't got to sit for an hour. They can go on to the next job, and within 5-10 minutes, boom, it's already recalculated.
Yeah, and just so the group can see, I want to show kind of what your notebook looks like. So you can see Jeff puts, hand-drawn diagrams on these pages. So everything that he discussed is in these books. So man, I thought it was a credit to just the servitude of our business, right? As a technician, I think you have to have a servant's heart. You have to have a servant's heart for our customers. And to me, it just stood out as a wonderful story of servitude to our new hires that start. Because Jeff, you and I both know how hard it is to start as a new technician here, right?
And the way I look at it, I want every one of them to have one of my notebooks because I want them to succeed. I want them to stay with us. I don't want them to get out there and be beating their head against the wall because they can't figure it out, or they can't get anybody on the phone because they ain't got any service. That's their fallback.
Yeah.
You know? And
yeah, I love it.
If you've got something that you can look at, because I remember when I first started, dude, there were so many times that I wanted to just take my van to the office and turn my keys in because I couldn't get in touch with anybody versus whether or not I had service or it was just so late. And I didn't have something that I could fall back on. Yeah. You know, it was all in my mind. And being a new tech, you get so much stuff bombarded on you during training. I mean, I know we've got 5 weeks, but that's still a whole lot of information. And once you get out on your own, first thing you do is you go blank. You're like, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's just a lot of information to try to remember, right? Mm-hmm. So, and that's, one of the things to me, like, that's one of the more difficult, things to kind of grasp when you first start here is, one, you have to, electronics do funny things. They're plugged into high voltage. I've left jobs thinking there were ghosts in the walls before, but it's just a ton of information if you've never done this.
That's right.
And you help to decipher that information for these guys, and I think it's wonderful.
Like I tell all my trainees, when they look at that, I said, you got to realize, I stoop to fight, not saying that you're dumb, but I stoop to fight to where you're going to know. Look, dual hub, ODU, hopper, super jolt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, way, I think it's awesome, man.
That way, I'm not talking to them as host, advanced client.
Sure. Yeah.
I wanted to stoop to fight to make it to where they know ODU. They know that's coming from the satellite.
Right.
Hopper is hopper.
Yep. Man, I think it's awesome that you do this for all the guys here in the Tupelo team. Tupelo team's certainly lucky to have you. Now, Jeff, does for those that may not know, he's somewhat of a company traveler, a very experienced company traveler, may I add. How many have you been to every location yet?
Yes.
So even the Tallahassees and the Gainesvilles and Ocala's?
I helped start them.
Okay.
When they switched over, like Chattanooga, I stayed up there for a year. I was one of the ones that. It was me, David Arthur, and me and him. We retrained all their technicians, the updish technicians, to show them our way, the way that we're supposed
early
to
2018 during that acquisition.
Yeah. I can't remember.
So, Jeff, you've always been a pleasure to deal with, like as far as when you've come into my operation before to work and. You're very vocal and you're very thankful for the opportunity. So why do you like traveling out of market first and foremost, and what kind of things has it afforded you to do?
Well, with me, the way I look at it, I'm a paid tourist. I get to go I've been all over. I've been to Wisconsin, I've been to all over Texas on that out of market. I went to Wisconsin to that out of market. I've been to Cincinnati 4 times. Went on the New York campaign. I mean, dude, how are you going to justify, I could go up there, but I mean, I'd be spending my money. I can go up there and make money.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. I mean, I went to New Orleans. I was a paid tourist.
And so for those that may not know, traveling out of market can be extremely lucrative, right?
Oh, yes.
So, you're gonna
that other have 75 cents a unit.
Yep, 75 cents extra per unit, right?
Yep.
So
with me being tier 5, that's $365 a unit that I make. That's almost double what I make.
And that's
at home.
with your tenure pay, right?
Exactly.
So you got the $270 for
plus,
tier 5, 20 cents for your tenure pay, and then 75 cents on top of that, bringing it to $365, right? Extremely lucrative. So we're out in Mississippi. You're going to hear roosters. We got cows right over here. So it's beautiful out here. It's absolutely beautiful. So Jeff, with that being said, what's if you don't mind sharing with me, what's the most money that you've made here working at Satellites Unlimited?
The most I've made is $121,000.
$121,000.
And in the past 8 years, I have yet to make less than $85,000.
That's unbelievable.
And I mean, in rural Mississippi, dude, without a high dollar college degree, you ain't gonna make that money.
Yeah.
And I mean, what I tell all the trainees and why I love my job so much is I work at my own pace. If I get too hot, I can get in my van, I can cool off. If I get too cold, I can get in the van and I can warm up. And there's no other place that you can be where somebody's not standing over you saying, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. With this job, I work at my own pace. They tell me what they expect of me. As long as I do that, I have nothing to worry about. And then with the benefits of working with us, you get the ancillary pay where you're getting paid extra to do your job.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you may not sell at every single customer, but you may go 2 or 3 customers without a sale, and then all of a sudden you get to that next customer, boom, you got $1,000.
Yeah.
You know, and
persistence pays off.
Yes, exactly, and that's what I tell them. You can't prejudge a customer, because I mean, no matter how bad the place looks, they may buy the most. You know, and if you prejudge them and only go to the nice, rich neighborhoods and they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna sell something here. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna sell nothing there.
Well, I was going to say, if you wait for those kinds of opportunities, you could be waiting a week, right?
That's right.
So,
and that's why I tell them, every one of them, no matter who it is, I tell them, you offer the same things to every single job. I mean, meaning everything. You offer everything to them. And some may hit, some may not. But the benefit of it is, like with me, I save all my ancillary days. From January, well, actually from November to November. And then I cash them out. Because everybody knows that November to February is our slow time. All right? What time is that? That is Christmas. I don't want to stress and worry about if I'm going to be able to get my kids what they want for Christmas, because my pay has gone down because we don't have as much work. I save all my ancillary days, and every year I cash out anywhere from 28 to 52 days a year. I have to split it up into checks because you can only cash out 14 at a time.
Yeah.
And so most of the time it's 2 or 3 paychecks that I cash out 14 days each. And then you're talking about bringing home a $5,000 paycheck.
That's wonderful.
On top of your normal check.
So with that being said, as we come to a close here,
yes,
what are your thoughts on the new pay change?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, the year I told you I made $121,000. That was the old pay scale. Now you do the math on that. That would have been right at $150,000 if it had been this pay scale.
Look at that.
You know.
So a lot to look forward to, right?
Oh yes.
So,
dude, I mean,
you got the holidays coming up. You got your PTO built up, ready to cash out.
I cashed it out today, and I got my check today was $6,400 and
$6,400 paycheck. This is all possible, and to Jeff's point, without a college education, right, John?
No, I got a degree to be a history teacher.
So the man has a degree. We should have discussed this before the video. I didn't know he was a college educated man.
Yeah.
But I guess my point is, you don't have to be, right?
No,
so
you don't.
So, but here's an example of a man that does have a college education, and he chooses to do this.
Oh, I love it.
And chooses to work for Satellites Unlimited. Has worked for Satellites Unlimited for a long time. How long you worked here, bud?
March will be 14 years.
14 years.
March 3rd.
So, and now, so hey, actually in the video we were able to decipher the origin of these notebooks. It's the college education as a history professor, as a history teacher. So Jeff is able to provide a little bit of satellite history in his notebooks to the guys in the Tupelo team. Jeff, we appreciate you, man. Hey, thanks for, I know it took a little bit for us to kind of meet up out here, but that's what to expect from rural Mississippi, right?
That's it. And trying to find the addresses.
And he's been here before.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, hey, man, we appreciate all your hard work. We appreciate that everything that you've done through the years with the organization. And, man, we love the fact that you're able to share your story with these new guys back here. So we got Michael Murphy and we got Jonathan Amel. Is that how you say his last name? So Jeff's got 2 out there. They both have notebooks. They're prepared for a successful Satellites Unlimited career. All right, team, that's all we got for you today. Take care. Be safe.